Hi, Wonder family. How are you doing? I'm glad to be back here. I have stopped explaining why I take long to record, why I disappear and come back. Yes, I think ideally I won't give reasons because sometimes it's sheer laziness and I just can't come here and say I've been lazy. But anyway, I've been reading a certain book lately and I was wondering about life. It's a book that talks about life as a story. And it says I will link the title. I'll put the title in my descriptions because I don't remember the title so well. I don't want to mess it up, but I'll put it either somewhere on the screen or I will put it in a description so that you can see it. But this book talks about life as a story. And it says for a story to be meaningful, if you also think about it, if you've read a good story, it's a story like maybe a movie or a book. It's a story that involves risk, suspense. Basically, there is that element of somebody overcoming conflict for you to enjoy that story. And by the time you get done reading that book or watching that movie, you feel like that was a good book, that was a good movie. I enjoyed listening to it. And ideally, what this guy was doing is to equate our lives to stories. And I kept wondering how the story of my life would be. There are so many things that I would want to accomplish, but because there is conflict or there are obstacles in my way, I give up. But for me to enjoy a good story, if I'm reading it, I will enjoy that character that oversteps the obstacles, that redirects their life, but makes sure they achieve what what they were pursuing. And we enjoy that. You see, when you're watching a movie, there are those people, the star of the movie, who always overcomes in the end. But ideally, the whole story around is just to make sure that this star has overcome at the end. And when I read this book and I thought about my life, I decided why not also share it with you. How if you looked at your life as a story right now, which aspects of your life would you need to rewrite for your story to be meaningful? Which aspects of your story would you need to make right? Like, which conflict are you facing that you need to actually overcome and not back down from for you to live a good life? I was thinking about my life in my 20s where it was like watching movies through the night, and those were the things that interested me. And actually, they would be even the things that would interest me in a partner. I would look at someone who is like living that kind of life as though it was a fun life. But ideally, right now, I'm like, no, that is not fun. Because I have learned to, even before this book, I have learned that there is more in life than just your 9 to 5, than just you doing these small things in life sometimes that we feel like they are very, very important, but they are just small things. There is purpose to life, and before you understand that purpose, life really never makes a meaning. I don't want to sound like I don't know how to put it, but I know when these talks are made, sometimes it looks like this somebody is just motivating me, or they're just I don't want to be the motivational person, but I just want to stir you to think about it. Like, what is it that you're doing with your life that makes it meaningful? What are the dreams that you had that you've just let go of because there was conflict, because there was risk and you didn't want to take that risk? What are some of those things that you've just given up on, yet you could actually pursue them? And if you find an obstacle, go back and recalculate how to go past it, how to overcome it, but not to give up on your dream, not to give up on the things that you love. Yes, life will throw so much at us, but it is up to you to decide how to go around all that and make sure you achieve what you want to achieve. There are certain things that I have been desiring to achieve, and trust me, I have not given up. You know, even when I read this book, it just encouraged me to keep going, to knowing that, you know what, this is just an obstacle, but for me to write a good story with my life that my kids will enjoy to hear about, that will leave a legacy or an impact on this world, I need to overcome my fears. I need to do things that are kind of hard and still overcome. So that is something I'm encouraging you to think about today. How is your